Welcome to Ron Will's Money Matters. Stay consistent with your business. Now, this is very important, regardless of what business you in. Definitely on the job, stay consistent with getting to work on time and doing a good job. But especially in business, you gotta stay consistent. It's tough for a business. Don't think you're gonna get into a business. In most cases, there's always an exception, but in most cases, you start a business and everything go boom, boom, boom. You know? Well, the key thing in a business is to stay consistent. You might have to be doing something a little while. Like my publishing company. I first registered a publishing company. First license, business license, all of that in 1995. I didn't make any money with it, real money with it, until 2001. Didn't make a profit until 2001. Indeed, if you look at major corporations, something like Amazon didn't make a profit for its first few years. They were notorious for that. It's a lot, but they stay consistent. As an entrepreneur especially, you got to stay consistent starting. That's the key. If you have a product, you got to consistently keep the product good and keep it in stores. You got to consistently keep going, no matter what. As long as I would say this. Like, of course, there might be situations where you just see this business isn't for you. A lot of stuff there. Your product isn't selling. Your services aren't there. Okay, you might have to get into something else. But in a situation where your product is getting a little bit of run, like some people are showing an interest, or your service, you're getting some service, you're going to start out slow. But the key with it is just stay consistent with your service, no matter what. Stay consistent with getting your product out and, to different places, outlets. I'm always talking about vending. You got to stay consistent with vending shows. Let me use that as a great example. I've told you, I've had vending shows. I might have sold like maybe one product. In fact, I had talked about doing a book signing before. I wasn't really vending, but a book signing. I did, and now this is after doing scores of successful book signings. But I did a book signing at a restaurant. And I stayed consistent with my behavior and everything. I didn't get down because people looked at it, but they weren't buying, except for one woman. But as I told in the story, that one woman, just that one sale, that $10 sale, $10 book sign and everything, made me several thousands of dollars because she had a space where she had seminars. She sponsored a couple seminars for me. So I had a great connection. I developed a great connection. But the key was staying consistent. If you're vending, you got to stay consistent. There's been plenty of vending shows where I would go the whole show, not make any money. Then the last hour, everybody would buy something. But I kept my behavior up. If you're selling a product, you got to be consistent with the quality of the product and getting it out to your outlets and, always looking at it. Delivering stuff. If somebody orders something from me, when someone orders maybe a book or something for me, I send it out that day if I can. Only time I don't send it out is they order it late at night and the post office is closed. But then I send it out the next morning. You stay consistent. And especially with service, you stay consistent. Let me use a service example. Say you provide a service for somebody. You're a carpet cleaner. Right? You start out, you get maybe a couple houses to clean, but it's slow. It ain't like every day you're booked. You might be sitting around. You might have to have a part-time job or something, or a supportive spouse or something like that can bring in money. Some other ways to bring in money. But you stay consistent. Using the carpet cleaning example. You clean a house, okay, boom. You don't get another job for a couple weeks, you clean that. But you stay consistent, you do a great job. All you need is that one carpet cleaning job. That one customer who's like connected. They might be connected to, they might be an office manager or work in a building or something. They say, hey, you can clean the carpets in this building. They might be somebody who's like a property manager for an apartment complex. They might have you come in whenever someone empties leaves the place. Whenever somebody moves out, they need the carpets like cleaned and all of that. They need the work done, but you staying consistent. The thing is, when you stay consistent and you show people that you're consistent in your work and everything, that tipping point can come at any point. Let me say that again. That tipping point can come at any point. But in order to even get there, be prepared for it, you got to stay consistent. See, what you have is a problem is some people don't stay consistent. I used a story before about a local shoe shining place. And, I said some boots I really wanted, expensive boots. I really wanted them shine professional. I could do it myself, but sometimes I have them shine professionally. Like I just had some shoes for my son's upcoming prom cleaned professionally. And the dude did a very good job and everything. I mean, I could have did it myself, but I said, nah, it's a prom, once in a lifetime thing. Unless you thorough like that as a youngin'. And I knew this guy, he went to several proms, but that's neither here nor there, a little tangent. Anyway, this one place a few years ago, they weren't consistent. And there were complaints. They wouldn't be open on time. There'd be days where they would be closed. People complained. And I was just like, and the gentleman ended up selling the place to someone else who's going to be more consistent. Like if you have a store, you say you open at 11, that door needs to open at 11 o'clock. Because one of the things I don't like, whenever I go to a business, they supposed to be open at 11 and they open it up at 11:10. Now, unless I need something if I'm right there, I might just still get the thing, but they won't see me again. Like that consistency. See, people need to know if they need a service from you, they need a product, they order something from you. Consistent. Work on consistency. That's the thing. Like on my YouTube channels, I've been praised a lot because people know when I'm going to post. Now, even when I do like a random video, like a car video or a smartphone couch video on my main channel, most of what I've gotten into was consistently posting it at 12 o'clock. Now, only time there's been an exception is if I'm working, I'm posting something regarding an on-demand video. And I don't post anything advertising until it's been finished and uploaded. And that might happen after 12. That's the only time. But 99% of the time, my videos are going to post at the same time. You notice on all my channels, my main videos on all my channels always post at 3 in the morning, Eastern time, 12 midnight Pacific time. Same time every time. And people have noted that. They know, boom, he's going to post. Boom, he's going to post. And when I'm not going to post, I let people know. I say, hey, I'm going on vacation. There won't be a video this week. I always make an announcement. But a lot of people have said, yeah, I know at this time your video is going to be up. I've gotten so much praise. Consistency. Stay consistent with your business, no matter what. No matter how tough it is. Because trust me, like if I had to mail off a book or something, somebody order a book, there's sometimes I'll be like, it'd be like, bing, I get it. And I was like, oh man. Then I look at the time, post office still open. Wrap it up, drop it, jump in the car, mail it. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like it sometimes. But consistency. Consistency. Like I said, only time I don't mail something off right away, only time I don't, is if I get an order and everything is closed. I can't mail it then. But then it goes out the first thing in the morning. I'll be at the post office when it's opening. But consistent, consistent, consistent. And it might seem tough. And business might be slow. But that consistency, the thing is, when people want a product, when people want a service, they don't want to hear that, oh yeah, well, I'll get back with you next week. They want it then. They want it then. And you need to be consistent with how you do that. If they know that if they call you up maybe you had some service where you provide maybe an emergency service, something, it could be whatever. They want to know as soon as they call you, and usually dealing like maybe with like at an apartment complex or something, they have something where they need you to come out right. Well, like a plumbing service. At my last one, the pipes in my building got stopped up. The pipes in my building got stopped up. and it was some stuff in the pipes, but it was, even though it was a Sunday, the plumber was out that day. Consistency. Now, what if you were a plumber, but you were like, well, yeah, I'll get back with you? They ain't gonna get too much business. See, when people want a product or service, they want their joint when they want it, when they pay for it. You know, they want to know, or at least when you tell them you're going to like take care of it. Boom. It makes a big difference. It makes a big difference. And it might not seem like it at first, but if you stay consistent with what your business is and building it, your product, whatever it is, you can always come to that tipping point where all of a sudden everything just explodes for you. You get a bunch of services, because people look at that. When the people, always remember, when people want something, they want that shit right away. They like, they want it right away, or at least know when you're going to send it to them, or you're going to take care of it. You have to be consistent. All right. So stay consistent, y'all. So anyway, that's all I have for now. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.